I can still hear his screams, even though it's been nearly 60 years. A family in our church in the early 1960s had a special needs child who had to undergo physical therapy if he was ever going to walk. Finding a trained physical therapist in those days was nearly impossible, especially in a small town. But even if one was within driving distance, affording the cost was impossible. So various families would help. It was hard because he would scream the whole time. I was too young to help, but my mom did some and took me with her at least once. I will never forget it. Thankfully, they persevered, and he is able to walk and get around even to this day. When we think of special needs families, our hearts should be stirred with compassion and a recognition of their efforts and needs. Our hearts should be stirred to reach out and ask what we can do to help. Every child and situation is different, and sometimes there's really nothing we can do, except perhaps to lend a shoulder to lean on and a kind ear to listen. We should at least do that when we can. If seeing and having compassion for special needs families is one of our Sunday struggles, then we need to remember David's conclusion to Psalm 28. Verses 8 and 9 remind us that God is our strength and saving defense. He is our shepherd who will carry us forever because we are his anointed. As noted yesterday, anointed means to be set apart for a special purpose. In Psalm 28, David declared that God's people are anointed, set apart for a special purpose. In Exodus 19, verse 6, God declared that Israel would be his special treasure if they would keep his covenant. Peter quoted that passage to say Christians are God's special people. 1 Peter 2, verse 9. While the primary point is belonging to God, anointed, set apart, consecrated, there is a sense in which every one of us is a special needs person. Every one of us is or was a lost sheep who Christ had to carry back on his shoulders, who had to be saved, and, like special needs children, require special therapy to train us how to walk and function spiritually. Ephesians 4, verses 1 and following. Thankfully, God's Son demonstrated compassion as he ignored our screams and showed us how to overcome sin and death to rise from bended knee and joyfully share in his glory. Philippians 2, verses 1 to 11. So let go of all pride and self-congratulatory thinking and humbly submit to his will. Oh, and all the screaming about grace only won't change the fact that his grace demands our thankful, grace-filled obedience. Let his word train you how to walk in grace. Thank you for watching the Sunday Struggles edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.